she thinks it's her party, but it's not her party.
It's not her party. It's your party.
Hello. We got lives on us, so that's great.
The celebration. The replayers will see the celebration.
Yes.
So all the notifications on Messenger and email and etc. should have just gone out. So hopefully you had a little ping on your phone and
we got some eyes now.
making your way over here. Hey guys, welcome. Should we do the celebration?
Okay.
Welcome to the pre-party for the No Fuss Nourish Boot Camp. So good to be here.
Yeah.
It feels like this has been the most, for us personally, the most long-awaited project, because we've been dreaming about this one for a time.
Yes, we have.
And we just always knew that we did not have the headspace, did not have the time for it. And now we do, we do. And so it's just been a big thrill for us to be ready to help and support you guys in this way. So we hope that it's going to be really valuable for you guys and for your families. And I just can't wait to get into it with you.
Yeah. Our biggest, I guess, what would you say? Our biggest, I can't even think of that word, but what has been the most motivating and the most inspiring has been to see members of our community really make some incredible changes with the choices that they are making for themselves and their families when it comes to food, and hearing the incredible results that they get when they do so. So it's super motivating. It gives us a lot of drive to keep going and make it better and easier and do what we can to, to make it no fuss.
No fuss.
Yes.
All right, now we are using, I feel like we're always saying this, but we're using a brand new streaming software because none of them seem to work well enough.
What's this one?
This is called Restream. And so I'm just trying to find your chat. Here we go. Now I can say hello to you guys. Hey.
Nice. It actually shows their name as well. Oh, no, Facebook user.
I know. Well, Megan actually told us her name.
Thanks, Megan.
Guys, if there's a link on your invite your audience to connect to Facebook. Okay. All right. I'm not going to click that because I don't want to mess things up. But guys, if there's a little link there for you to click in the description of this post, we'd love you to click it so that we can see your name. If you're on Facebook, if you can so the YouTubers, we see your name.
Thanks, YouTubers.
Facebook, we don't. So if you're on Facebook having a comment, please tell us your name.
Yeah, let us know. Sign off so we know who you are.
So good. Okay. So guys, I might just take my hat off now so I don't look as ridiculous. But we want to acknowledge you. I mean, there are boot camps and online challenges all over the place, right? They're
dime a dozen.
And we've done one of our boot camps before, whether it be the Supercharged Smoothie Challenge or the Fly Challenge or even the 21-day Whole Food Your Family Challenge back in the day. Really do put our heart and soul and a lot of work and effort into making sure that we give as much as we can during this time together. So if you've been here, you might know that, but if you don't, then come, and we hope that you actually just really love what you come here for. A lot of people tell our free stuff is better than paid stuff that's done elsewhere, and it's just because we just put everything into it. So I acknowledge you guys for sacrificing the time that it takes for you to be here. And it shows a lot about you as a parent. We know that you guys love and care about your family. And we'd really love to help you help them.
Yeah. In a nutshell.
So what to expect for today? I'm just going to, it's for tonight. Guys, we want to give you a little bit of a snapshot into the principles and context of what we're going to be doing together over the next 10 days. Also what to expect of the logistics of what we're going to do, some housekeeping, how to get the most out of it. We're going to briefly touch on the 3 most damaging things that can damage your family's health in the food system, and we'll give away a couple of prizes too.
If anyone has been with us before and knows how streamlined and efficient our prize giving is, you'll be looking forward to that little situation.
Yeah. Let's not dwell on that before we need to. But on a more serious note here, guys. What do you think about this?
Yeah, so this is my jacket. We think
It's actually
if there are any husbands out there, you might be able to relate to being told that something doesn't look good on you, so it motivates you to wear it a lot more.
yeah.
That's kind of how I am when Lainey gives me comments, gives me feedback on my clothing. You know what? It's one of those reverse self-esteem things that makes me want to wear uglier and funnier things.
Whenever he does some crazy haircut or some crazy thing with his facial hair, I've learnt now not to tell him that I don't like it, because it really does have that effect. But I made the mistake of telling him that I don't like my jacket on him. It goes all the way down to like his shins.
It's really nice. It goes down. It's a jacket.
It's an old lady cardigan. Anyway,
it's like a goat herder. I had two people tell me that today when they were getting smoothies, so I was chuffed.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a little bit cold in the morning, so it's nice to have
I'm glad it does keep
a warm cuddle.
I'll give you that.
So where are we up to?
Okay.
We got a lot of people on.
Oh, Megan loves it. Yeah, it's so nice to see you all turning
Hi from
out.
Townsville.
Lovely.
Yeah, let's see who's on. A lot of Facebook users. As long as you're warm, right on.
Bees on. That might be Becca. All right, Kathleen, nice to see you. Belinda.
Perth, people from Perth. Great.
Jan.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know where people are from. Hey.
Yeah, do you know, I actually, when I'm listening to other people's lives, I actually find it quite boring to hear about where towns people are from. But for our perspective, I actually now really
That's
want.
Interesting. Yeah.
I actually really now want to hear where everyone's from. We got Melbourne, we got Carmen from Melbourne, Alicia, Maggie from Geelong, Stacey from Melbourne, Aileen. Oh, hey, Aileen. Aileen's my mum's friend. It's so nice to see you. Alison on the Gold Coast. Joanna, hey, Joanna. All right, so Linda. Hey, Linda. Awesome. Georgia and Carmen. We've got so many people. Thank you so much for sacrificing your time. We are notorious for making things longer than they need to be. So we are committed to making this very short and snappy. So we're going to get into a bit of the context and principles of, thank you,
I'll scroll.
Of the process of what we're doing here. Because I know that obviously if you're here, you've been attracted to the concept of making things a little bit easier for yourself. Am I right? Yeah. And we've kind of been in the place where at least I was embracing this kind of like this honor in making things too difficult, too complex. It was nourishing our family, had for a certain season of our life, it really had taken over, and it really was taking too much of my and time, and I really was getting resentful, and it really was getting hard with the attitudes from the kids, and it kind of was a bit yucky. And so over the years, out of necessity, I've really had to kind of strip it back to, okay, what are the most important things here? What's actually going to give us the biggest bang for our buck? Because I don't like what this is doing to the vibe in our family, and I don't like what it's doing to me in terms of my stress levels. And so yeah, we've kind of reached a place now where we've got basics and the foundations down pat, and we're thrilled to share it with whoever will listen. And when people listen, they're like, oh my gosh, like I never knew that I could do X, Y, Z that you've just said. And it surprises me because we've been doing it for so long. It's habitual. It's just part of our routine.
Second nature.
Yeah, that I'm like, oh, this actually, we should be sharing this. And people have been asking us to share it for so long, so we're doing it.
Yeah.
So there are things that can take a long time when you're nourishing a family, and there are things that take experimentation or education with the kids to convince them to, swap out X for Y. That's not what we're going to cover in this boot camp, because there is so much scope for what we can do to nourish your family that's not going to, result in the kickback from the kids or the partner. I know there are some people in here that don't have kids at home, and they're coming to learn about how to, do things on the stealth for their partner, which is awesome. We love to have you here. And so what we do is we want to focus on the easy wins. We want to focus on the life hack, the food hacks, and the path of least resistance to a nutrient-rich lifestyle for your family. And so,
I think it's important, just if I may interject and
may.
make a comment, that this is a journey. I mean, obviously, a lot of things are referred to as a journey, and we're here to help people either make those first steps to align yourselves with principles that will bring the outcomes that we want in terms of health and connection and enjoyment around food, around the right food. And so, you know, with every journey, it takes steps, and we're not here to overwhelm. We've tried to build a boot camp to lead into some more things, but also to help you to make efficient and simple and easy steps that will, you know, give you some momentum.
Yes.
That will then help you to either refine you're doing great or start you off on some good habitual things for the family.
Yes. I was talking to a friend last night. She kindly brought us dinner because we were filming. And so she brought us dinner, and I was telling her about, you know, what's going to be in video 2, which is a mystery right now for you guys. And she said, I want to sign up and listen in, because I assumed that, you know, like I said, I assumed that she was kind of doing everything we do because she runs an organic co-op, and, you know, she's quite aware, and she, you know, she loves healthy living. And so I'm excited that there might be something new here for you. And if some things you've heard, then that's wonderful. A lot of what we're doing will be choose your own adventure. So if you are already doing something, you can skip it and move on to the next thing. So we are going to identify 5 main drivers that will give you most powerful health outcomes for your family with the least amount of time and energy, which is super cool. I'm excited about that. We're going to get your kids eating healthier without them necessarily even knowing. And as we've been saying on all of our social posts, and without you losing your marbles, which is the main goal, right? We just want to make lots of progress without going crazy. So we've learned a lot of We have learned a lot of lessons, like I have said. And I feel like the stuff that plagues families the most in terms of getting stagnant, getting stuck, putting nutrition on that in the back burner in the too hard basket, I feel like they're pretty universal. And I'd love to hear from you guys, like in the comments now, what are, like, if you had to pick one thing, like what is it that's kind of gotten you a little bit halted in improving things nutrition-wise for your family? I'd love to hear it. Yes,
obviously there's that stop us roadblocks, they're often referred to, that prohibit our progression or stop us in the journey, which become discouraging. And then we sort of often leave the path entirely. I spoke to a lady today, and she said that she's roller coasters on and off that path. And, you know, and I think the off moments is when we feel discouraged because something is blocking us. So is there things that you experience? Let us know in the comments. Help us to understand a little bit more about what you guys are experiencing so we can relate. Yeah. Okay. So we've got some. So fussy ears.
Energy time.
Okay.
That's a big 2 ones. Kids' preferences. Yeah. Even fussy kids sometimes can make things quite difficult. But yeah, even basic just preferences, of course. You know, we've got 5 kids, and, you know, some people like a fried egg and others like a boiled egg. You know, it can just get a bit annoying, can't it? Just a bit annoying. Postnatal depression and need for convenience. Big ones.
I was considering this with another gentleman today, the need for convenience, and how our entire food system has been tailored around that trait, that human wanting to put in the least amount of effort. And it's an interesting, I mean, we had a big chat about it. We're not going to go into it now.
Of course you did.
Don't want to bore you with it. But if you come down and grab a smoothie, we might have one of those B&Ms.
He will put it on you. Yes.
Oh, well, it's two-way, of course. But yeah, and we've been conditioned to be creatures of convenience. And so I think recognizing that is where we're drawn to is one important mental shift that we can make, to recognize. The word truth is something that I love, because whether it's food, whether it's whatever concept we're discussing, there's obviously a truth in there. And if we can get to that truth, peel back all the layers of conditioning, however they came, and identify truths about stuff, then we resonate with that. And when you've got truth, then it doesn't really matter what else is there. If you know the truth, then you can sort of push forward with that truth. And there's a lot of truth in food that we're going to cover in this boot camp, and there's a lot of untruths that trip people up and block them on their journey, because we are creatures of habit and convenience, and so thank you for that one. Fussy eaters again.
Yeah, fussy eaters, a big one. And you're gonna, okay, if you've said fussy eaters, stick. Healthy food is so expensive, the time it takes, and then the whining because the kids don't like it. Kids refuse to eat new things. Cost of fruit, fresh veggies and fruit. Picky eaters. Kids don't like variety. Oh, stick around too, Cheryl. Fresh recipe ideas. Okay, yep, not having what I need in the fridge. Kids' willingness to try new things. Fussiness, that's the biggest one, I think. Yep, complain constantly about new things. Fussy kids, here we go. Wow, kids complaining. Okay, this is the biggest one. I think I now have my answer for, I was going to ask you guys what you wanted for our bonus masterclass at the very end. And I've got a feeling that we might focus in on picky eating, because we've got some great experts lined up to help us. So on that very topic, I was going to make it a bonus for something else, but I might bring it forward. Okay, rushed time, busy schedule, fussy kids. Wow, this is going on and on. My kids just won't eat it. They made their favorite and they still wouldn't eat it. School sack, sensory issues. Yeah. All right, guys.
We'll dig a bit deeper into those after the live so we can get a good understanding. But thank you for that. Share that feedback.
Yeah, it's actually really helpful for us in knowing how, what to bring for you guys. So that's really good. Okay, so what we want to now just briefly touch on is something that your fussy kids already innately know, and that is that our brains don't like change. Our brains are just so hardwired to run away from change and back into our old habits, even if it means it's not working out for us, even if it means it's a worse situation. It's familiar. And brain science backs that up and says that we just are not designed to love change. And so
Comfort zone.
Yeah, the comfort zone, that's right. And so
like this jacket.
No, I think you're actually, that's just kicking back against what I want, that's all. I said, you're not going to wear that tonight, are you?
And
said, damn right I am.
Great idea to wear that tonight.
Yeah. And so the no fuss, nourish method is based on that brain science that says we're hardwired to avoid change. We're literally programmed to avoid change. So what we want to do in this 10 days together is look at how we can outsmart our brains, basically looking at imperceptible change that our brains won't run away from and that we're not going to get kickback from the kids about. This is the first foundational steps to massive change for our health. And we're going to show you in the first video that drops on Thursday, we're going to show you just how powerful some simple changes can be in terms of the research that backs it up. And we won't spend long on it, don't worry, but there's a bit to touch on it there for you guys. So you can see that these small changes that may be imperceptible, may be very small, they can make a big difference. We're going to focus on just, we can swap this and add in this. We can just do this one thing over here and it's done, and it's just easy. So then we can get the momentum that Jordan spoke about. We can get that satisfaction in knowing that as parents, we are making a positive difference in the lives of our children, not just today, but for years down the track, decades down the track. And the research is now saying that the changes we make for our kids now and what they're eating is actually going to impact the gut microbiome of their children, which sets them up for a foundation of great health, both physically and mentally. It's huge.
Yeah, food is incredible.
So once we've got that foundation, then you can start working on the bigger stuff that might, get a little bit of kickback and need some gentle education over time. So that's the premise.
The right strategy based on the situation you find yourself in, because everyone's got different situations, and so tailoring the right strategy for the situation you're in based on the level of fussiness, the type of kids, the type of challenges you're facing, it's important because we have a one shoe fits all approach because we're all different.
Still loving all these comments coming in. Thanks, guys. So that's the premise, that's the context of what we're heading into together.
Yep.
I hope that it's sounding in line with what you feel is going to be helpful for you and your family. Let us know if that's landed with you and if you're excited to get into this next 10 days. So
what to expect?
Yeah, why don't you talk?
No, you talk. You know more about this than me. You've done all the logistics of it all. I'd love to talk about it, but
ask him a question about the food industry. He'll
I'll talk about that. But,
not tonight, though.
No. So what to expect? This a bit of a rundown on the structure of the No Fuss Nourish Bootcamp, what to expect each day, and some deeper stuff.
I'll take over.
Yeah, you go.
You should have a calendar of events. No stress if you don't. I'll post it inside the Facebook group tomorrow. If not on Messenger, there's some new rules about Messenger and what you can or can't send. So if I can, I'll send it that way. And it is also in your welcome email that you would have received. That will show you the calendar of events. But just quickly, the first pre-recorded video, the first of 4 pre-recorded videos will land on Thursday morning. All of the pre-recorded videos we're going to endeavour to post at 5:30 our time. We're on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, so Australian Eastern Standard Time. We are there's been a few delays on our end that we couldn't really have stopped or prevented. So we're kind of filming and editing on the fly. So we will endeavour. Unusual for us. So we will endeavour to get it up at 5:30 in the morning. So Thursday is our first pre-recorded video. Then you've got a few days to watch it. We're going to try to keep it quite short. We've already filmed it, but have not edited that one, so we're not quite sure how long it's going to be. But I would love videos to stick to 20 minutes. It may stretch to 30.
Just like this live is going to stick to 20 minutes.
Yeah. So you've got until Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You've got to watch that first video. Then the second one will be Monday morning. Then Wednesday and Friday. So there's 4 videos with a couple of days in between. So just give you some time to watch it, which is a nice change to what we've done in the past where it's just been bang, 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 a video every day. So hopefully that's helpful. On the days that we don't have a pre-recorded video, so, sorry, let me scratch that. Is it clear as mud? So the day after we post a video, we're going to have a live optional Q&A. So we're actually going to make it 5 in 20, which means 5 questions in 20 minutes. That's what I'm going to try to do. So if you have a question from the pre-recorded video, just pop it up in the Facebook group with the hashtag question. And then we'll get to it. And we're going to answer 5 of them in the following Q&A in hopefully 20 minutes. We'll see how that goes. So that is that, and then you've got the bonus masterclass on the Monday after that. So 4 videos, 4 Q&As, optional Q&As. Don't feel the pressure to turn up to every single one of them if you don't want to, but the main core content are those 4 videos, and then the bonus masterclass at the end. Now, after that, we are going to open the doors. We're very excited to our brand new monthly coaching program, which is basically a way for us to keep this going if you want to. So if you've had a great time with us for the 10 days, but you feel like you've got enough, great. We'd love to hear about how the changes are going and just keep in touch. And if you want more support, then that will be there for you. And lucky you guys, because you're here on the very first foundation inaugural time that we run the bootcamp. It's going to be super low cost, and it's just going to be paced really well. Like in the past, I think we've thrown too much at people too soon. This monthly option is just going to be very low key. It's just going to give you just enough to go for that month. That, one key change, we'll touch base each week with a different weighted ad, and it's just going to be manageable and nice and easy. You don't have to think about what comes next, but we can just talk about that. But I would love to now just focus in on this 10 days, and we're going to give you everything we got. So that's what's coming guys, we're really excited, and you'll have a special sort of foundation opportunity if you want to do that. Housekeeping.
Yes.
Do you want to do housekeeping?
You just took the page away, so I can't housekeeping is.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to check to see if we had any questions here. Oh, thank you. Sounds amazing. Will the video stay in the group? Oh, okay, good question. We're going to do that in housekeeping now. Technical issues. Okay, yeah. Well, let's cover all that now.
Has anyone commented on my jacket?
Oh, yeah, I saw a comment on your jacket. Someone said they love your jacket.
Good.
Thanks for nothing.
Thank you.
Just kidding. Love you.
All right. Okay, so housekeeping, you're going to get the content delivered through the Messenger threads.
Yeah.
So if you're a Messenger, great, check that. They will also come on email as well.
But we've had trouble with email deliverability.
Yeah, it's not as reliable as what it could be, but the Messenger seems to get cut through to pretty much everybody. So that's the most reliable. If you're on there, stick on that. And there'll be SMS reminders as well.
Not for every day, though. The SMS costs us a lot of money. And so we'd like to just limit that a little bit, or do it for key moments, but just rely on Messenger for the key. Yeah. The key messages will be on Messenger.
Yeah. Awesome. So available until midnight Thursday, the 18th of August is the video page.
Yeah, all the videos, the content, everything will be there until midnight Thursday, the 18th of August. So, you'll have a little bit of time there to, there'll be enough time for you to catch up. It's not going to be really long videos. You'll be fine to do that.
If you want to reach out, ask any question, feel free to reach us through Messenger. Lainey and Susan, my mum, will be able to answer those when they can, and I might jump in there occasionally as well. If you have any other recommendations of other cool jackets, I'll be happy to check them out.
And also any technical issues at all, you can contact us on Messenger, you can post in the Facebook group, you can send us an email, whatever you can do, and we'll get back to you.
Whatever you can do, you can do.
It's just us. We don't have a big team and various methods to just reach out and we'll get back to you.
Yeah. And how to get the most out of these events. Obviously, if you're doing it with somebody, you guys can work together. We do this together, and it's way enjoyable. Makes it so much better.
We have. Okay, I'm not going to digress into that conversation, but we could. We're not going to go there.
Obviously, the more you put in, you show up, you ingest the content, ponder it, consider it, apply it.
Just show up.
Showing up. Awesome.
Yep. Listen out for that ping on Messenger, and just listen to it when you're getting ready for the morning, whatever it might be. Just make sure, as we've said in other challenges, often what we find works best for people is if they just commit to themselves at a certain time each day. I would just check in. Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, so we want to touch on 3 of the main negative factors, just real quick, that typically cause a lot of issues through our food system. What are we laughing at?
I'm laughing at the jumper is growing on me, she says.
Only we have a matching beanie for it. Looks even better.
All right, go on.
Okay, well then switch to my page because you took away my words. Okay.
Well, you don't have any words, just notes. Anyway, go on.
So we just, so the 3, when it comes to food, now most of you guys will probably be aware of this. If you're not, this will hopefully be insightful. But you've got 3 main negative factors that cause us to, what would you say, to negative impacts through our food. And obviously, the most prominent one is early on in the commercialization of our food industry, they realized that they can change the food slightly to make it more shelf stable, to make it easy to manage, easy to mass produce. Obviously, it was all profit driven to try and get the most out of the typical growing of food to people to eat. And so you've got a lot of nutrition, less food, and that's probably the biggest issue these days is consuming things that we think are actually going to serve us, but in reality, there's very small amounts of actual nutrition in a lot of the food that's consumed because it's hyper-processed and it's devoid of the things that feed our gut, which feed our system. So the second one would be the fact that you've got a lot of refined sugars, salts, and fats in our food, which is damaging on another level. There's a term called the bliss point. Some of you might be aware of that, and that's simply the laboratory tested way to get a balance or a ratio of those three things to light up your receptors in your brain to get you stimulated on certain foods, and then physiologically addicted to those things. And obviously the third one is, well, maybe not obviously, but the third one is hidden additives that are put in there to prolong the shelf stability of foods, or to give them enhanced textual benefits, preservatives, MSGs, flavor enhancers, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, so, they're the three main damaging things. So, having an awareness of that, if you're not already aware, a lot of you probably already are, but those three things, considering the food you consume, consider those three things. And if you can allow those three things to determine some of your food choices, then that's a great start.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
It's such a good way to just launch into this, because I feel like those very things, having sugary, white, refined carbs that Jordan was speaking about with all the crazy additives, that's what makes it hard for our kids and us to make change, because we're literally addicted to this stuff. And so we can't expect, if us adults have a hard time reaching for that bag of lime-flavored Tostitos, not saying that's me at all, if us adults have a hard time reaching for that stuff, how do we expect our kids to willingly jump on board letting go of that stuff just because we've decided we want them to? It's kind of not fair. We can't expect them to. And so I think that's why I love this approach, in that we're being gentle on them. We're also being gentle on ourselves, because we're not exposing ourselves to all the stress of the kickback from the kids, and it's easier. And I do also firmly believe, and the research backs it up, is that when we can gently move our family along like this, their taste buds are actually acclimatizing to whatever's in there that they don't know, or to the slightly more whole grain version that they haven't quite noticed yet. Like, their taste buds are going to gradually acclimatize to that, to the point where it becomes much easier and even likely for them to embrace it down the track. So it's really exciting to do things this way, rather than dumping it on them and saying, like a lumpet, this is now what we're doing. It just doesn't work. It backfires.
Yep, strategies.
So, guys, we have now reached 35 minutes. We wanted to cut it at 20. So we are thrilled that you're here with us live. Thank you for joining us. And Kathleen, in answer to your question, no, I won't. We won't ping you at 5:30 in the morning on Messenger. I'll wait till about 9 before I send the message through. But the Facebook post will go up at 5:30. So if you're an early morning person and you love to just get things done super early, then you can jump on into the Facebook group and watch it. But I won't ping you until later.
That would be quite annoying.
Unless
you're already awake.
That's lovely of you to say, Trish. Thank you.
Thanks, Trish. No, we love doing it. As we've mentioned, it brings us a lot of joy and satisfaction to be able to, gather people and walk together on this journey of whole food, because it literally is one of the most important parts of life. Is what we consume becomes our quality and quantity of life. So
yeah, it's good. Well said. And as you'll find out in video 1, it has this massive impact on our ability to feel happiness and to feel energized and to feel like we actually are looking forward to the day ahead. That's like, if we don't have that, what do we have? Food is just ridiculously important, and love that we are getting stuck into this together, guys. So I hope that going over these things has helped. So we've talked about the premise of what we're doing and the context of what we're heading into. We've done our what to expect. We've done our housekeeping. We've got a prize to give away.
Oh, we have a prize.
Yeah. So
what's the prize?
Well, oh, nice. Yeah, that's great. Okay, the prize is going to be, we're going to give 2 people a 3-month pass to our upcoming monthly coaching program. So how are we going to choose people? This is ridiculous. We do. Okay, if you're new, please give us some ideas of how to choose winners. We are notoriously so.
Maybe this new platform will help us. Is there a prize option somewhere?
No, I don't think there is. Okay, let's should we ask them? Okay.
So this is what we've done in the past. We typically will have a number range. Say, pick a number between this, some feedback, and then we choose it based on whoever picks that number. First names in a hat. Oh, there's 149 names. That's going to take some time. Maybe we.
I feel like this is something we definitely need to get right. Roma's already going in. Yes, Roma, you know us. You know how we roll. What we do.
That must be your favorite number.
Okay, you know what? Let's roll with what Roma's done here. I'm just going to write down a number.
Well, but are you going to write down 36?
Roma, can you? I'm not going to look at the screen anymore. The only one I saw was Roma's. Yeah. So Roma, just choose a new number and start again. I'm going to get a pen and paper. I'm doing this.
Okay, so we're going to. Maybe we get them to something and then the number or just number?
I feel like, it's been 40 minutes almost. I think we should just go for it. Let's just do a number.
Nice work on the cauliflower. Oh, I've chosen the wrong one. Cauliflower in smoothies. Nice one. Nice work.
I'm glad you saw that one. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm just going to type it
Don't
here.
look at the screen. Lainey's not looking at the screen.
Prizes. Okay, so between did you give them a number between?
No, but
they're just wrong.
They've gone up to. They haven't gone over 100, so we'll say 100 is the upper limit.
Here we go.
So, well, someone did 123. Sorry, you probably did that before I said 100 is the upper limit.
Okay, I've only chosen one number.
Okay, choose another
not to give it away, but I might go a bit higher this time. Okay, it's not a big deal, guys. We're gonna give out prizes.
Well, hang on, I said 1 to 100.
No, but okay, fine. 1 to 100. It's not a big deal. We'll give out some more prizes during the time.
This is a strategy for us to
just make fools of ourselves. Yeah. I'm now ready. I'm ready.
But they haven't finished.
They're not finished. Okay, well, I don't know that because I can't see the screen.
Okay. So
I'm just going to sit back here and have a little drink.
Now, please only guess one number because there's already a whole bunch on there.
And are they writing their names?
They're not, but
did we forget to say that?
That's what's most important.
We can go back to Facebook and match the number to the name. All good.
Are you sure we can? So we need to keep it a surprise. Who won?
Oh, why? Every time is this so bad?
We hope you're amused. We're not deeply embarrassed, but
Okay, so
I wear this jacket all the time.
Yeah, look, I've got the numbers here. It's all good.
With their right names?
With their right names.
Okay, right. So
Facebook.
Lainey's put up on the Facebook page.
On the Facebook.
The Facebook. Okay. People started writing the names too. That's good. People are very responsive.
Closing my eyes here, guys.
You've got the numbers there. So we've got the two numbers, and what we'll do is what? We'll just choose the numbers.
Yeah, look, I feel like we're dragging this on. Let's just.
Yay!
What's the saying?
There's probably two winners in there somewhere.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Can you see that on the screen?
Hang on. You got to tell them to stop writing the numbers.
Okay, stop, everyone. Okay, it's 76, 97. I'm just gonna. I think we just need to stop because, like he said, we're actually highly embarrassed. This is just ridiculous the way that we carry on with our prizes. It's just too.
Congratulations to the two people who put those numbers in.
So if we don't have someone that guessed those exact numbers, I'll choose the person who guessed the closest to that. And congratulations to those people.
Yeah, well done.
We're going to get you enrolled.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we've had a blast with you tonight. We always do. Thank you for being here with us. It brings it to life for us.
It does. Yeah, lives are much better than pre-recorded because.
Yeah.
So there are some funny moments that we're going to share with you guys from those pre-recorded. So look forward to those bloopers.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Watch out for Thursday morning for our video one, our first pre-recorded video.
Yes.
And then on Friday night at 8:30, we'll come in for our first optional 5 in 20 Q&A. 5 questions, 20 minutes, and we'll let it rip.
Yeah, have a great night. Double thumbs up for your participation. Thanks for coming.
And yay for the boot camp starting.
Yay. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
We'll catch you soon.